Hi there, my name is Chris Ammon. I'm a computer science teacher here at Jefferson, so I teach first and third period computer science. Um, I'm new to Jefferson this year. I'm actually new to Arlington Public Schools, and in fact, I'm a new teacher. I'm what's called a career switcher. So I worked over 20 years at a communications company doing video production, graphic design, website development, interactive media development, and so I'm really excited to start this new career teaching your students at Jefferson. What can we tell you about this class? So the students will be learning primarily computer programming in this class. We're already working in a very approachable computer environment called Scratch, where they're using blocks and sort of assembling code visually without having to know how to type it. That's where we'll start. We'll also be getting into a coding environment called Python, which they can use to build apps and games and things like that. And by the end of the year, we'll be looking at the environment, the Java language. And Java is what the AP computer science courses are built around. So your students, when they leave this middle school class, will be ready to go on to high school computer science and even pursue AP computer science if they want to. An average day in my class is very busy. We have almost enough computers for every single student to be at a computer by themselves. And we have a little bit of lecture and explanation and demonstrations in the beginning of class, but almost every class the students are working and writing programs themselves. Our expectations in the classroom, your students actually help me come up with the rules in our classroom. They're very few. I feel like if I create 100 rules, then I have to run around enforcing 100 rules, and I don't want to do that. So we have some very specific and very few rules, and they are to respect each other, to respect the space that we're working in, and to respect our equipment. And most everything else takes care of itself if you do that. I expect your students to try their best. I know some people have more experience than others, so everybody should be learning and getting better. And that's really it for expectations. I do let the students keep their personal devices with them. That's okay with me as long as they don't interrupt class and as long as they're being respectful in the class, then we don't have any problems there. I grade pretty evenly across the board. Most everything we do is just based on the project that we're working on. So they're trying to write a code to either sort of copy or revise something I've given them to work on, or they're creating something on their own. And we'll do a little bit in terms of quizzing where I'll be asking them about like the logic of computer science. Why would you write a code a certain way? Some of the vocabulary that they'll be using, little things like that. But in general, it's mostly project-based, so scores are pretty much even for each assignment they do, and I'll be trying to give them at least one grade a week, and I'll try to get those into the parent view as quickly as possible so you can check on progress. But of course, you can always email me with questions. My email address is christopher.ammon, not just Chris. So just remember that if you're trying to get in touch with me, if you have any questions. But I'm really looking forward to continuing this year with your students, and reach out to me if you have any questions. Thanks.